Here's the bottleneck nobody warns you about with RLHF. The whole thing runs on human judgment, thousands of people comparing answers, one pair at a time. That's slow, expensive, inconsistent, and it does not scale to the millions of comparisons a frontier model wants. So somebody asked an obvious question. What if a capable AI could do the judging instead? It turns out it often can about as well as a person. Replace the human labeler with an AI judge and you get RLAIF. Let's see how it works. Let's put the old way and the new way side by side. RLHF leans on human labelers. Real people sit down and compare pairs of responses, picking which is better across thousands of prompts. It works, and it's how the first aligned assistants were built, but it's painfully slow, costly, and often inconsistent because different labelers disagree, and you simply can't hire enough of them to cover the scale a big model demands. RLAIF hands the judging to an AI. A capable model looks at the two responses and decides which is better, often guided by a written set of principles. It produces preference labels in a fraction of the time and cost, at a scale no crowd of humans could match, and far more consistently because the same judge applies the same standard every single time. So how does replacing the human actually play out? Follow the pipeline step by step. It starts the same as RLHF. Take a prompt and have the model generate 2 or more candidate responses. Nothing new yet. These are just the answers that need to be ranked before any training can happen. Here's the swap. An AI judge ranks those responses instead of a person, and it's often handed a written constitution, an explicit set of principles about what makes an answer helpful and harmless, so its verdicts follow stated rules rather than raw human labor. This is the heart of constitutional AI. Those AI preferences train the reward model exactly as human ones would, or they feed a method like DPO directly. The judge has produced a full dataset of comparisons, and from here the machinery doesn't care whether a human or a model made the calls. And then it's ordinary RLHF from here. Optimize the policy against that reward with reinforcement learning, keep it anchored with a KL penalty, and you've aligned a model with barely any human labeling in the loop. Same destination, far cheaper road. Boil it down and 3 ideas capture RLAIF. An AI judge replaces human labelers. The core move is simple: let a capable model produce the preference comparisons instead of a crowd of people, on the observation that it can judge about as well as a human can. It scales alignment cheaply and consistently. Freed from the human bottleneck, you can generate preferences by the million at a fraction of the cost, and steer behavior by editing the written principles instead of recollecting data. Studies find it matches RLHF on helpfulness and can beat it on harmlessness. It powers constitutional AI but carries a catch. Guiding the judge by an explicit constitution is what makes Anthropic's approach work, yet the AI judge inherits and can amplify its own biases and blind spots. Because AI is now supervising AI, it's usually paired with some human oversight rather than replacing it entirely. Alright, let's lock in what matters. RLAIF replaces the human labelers in RLHF with an AI model that generates the preference judgments, so alignment data can be produced cheaply and at massive scale. It rests on a simple observation. A capable model can often judge which of 2 responses is better about as well as a person can. Its most famous form is constitutional AI, where the judge ranks responses against a written set of principles, so behavior is steered by editable rules. It slashes cost and scales beautifully, but the AI judge can amplify its own biases, so human oversight still matters. If this way of unpacking AI resonates with you, a whole lot more is waiting at Standarity.com. Come join us.